Hey everybody, want to Wisdom here. It is 4:42 a.m. early Sunday morning, September 29th, 2013, part 168 of our Skylanders Giants Blind playthrough. Technically, this could be considered the end. Like I said, I went through the game blind, and in addition to that, to make it more challenging, didn't upgrade anyone throughout the whole thing. I waited until the end. Thoughts there: number one, it makes it more challenging. Number two, after the game is complete, I can come in and upgrade everyone from nothing to everything, and it's going to make basically the best upgrade videos you could hope for. I do have some more Skylanders to upgrade. We've got like Pumpkin Eyebrows, going to allow me to do his second path. I got the Swarm, another Swarm will let me do his second path. I've got an extra Sprocket, so I can do her second path. A couple other, more variables like that, but in theory, this is essentially like kind of the culmination of everything, putting everyone off in terms of upgrades until after the game. I'm gonna try really hard to get all of these edited and uploaded. I've got most of them up, and I'm just slowly releasing them. But I think like Spyro and Wrecking Ball, Tech, Undead, and Water, I'll still need to edit. So probably I'll just be cranking those out, and the cool thing there is I can actually edit and then immediately upload them. That'll allow me to kind of get, a better feel for what I'm doing. It's not something that I've been sitting on for like 2 months or something. Past that, I've got some cool stuff I want to do external from the game with Skylanders Giants. More on that shortly. And then I do want to come in 100% this thing. I'd like to do, obviously all I need to do that, I guess, really, in terms of the game, is get like all the chapter goals, which that's easier to do with your fully upgraded Zap, Flame Slinger, Stealth Elf, etc. So, not sure that I can do that before Swap Force, but I will do it eventually. It's something I'll come back to and enjoy, kind of get to revisit the game if I can't do it ahead of time. Still Brock's Heroic Challenge I'd like to do. Arena challenges, possibly the heroics in one go. It's just kind of going to depend on time. It really is kind of the big deal here. But that said, I won't focus too much on that. You can get more information on the blog or just seeing what's uploaded next, I suppose. 168 here, though, we're going to upgrade Series 2 Zap. I'm excited about this because he was one of the few characters. There's like Cinder, couple of others that were really hard to pick a path. Granted, some of them I realize now, like Gilgrunt, which I thought I'd pick the wrong one for him originally anyway. There were some, like I never would have thought Double Trouble's clones or Sonic Boom's Media Griffins, would be like that good of a path. Same Polar, or Whirlwind and Polar Whirlwind when I did Tempest Dragon. That thing was freaking awesome too. So that's what's cool about these Series 2. They give you the option to check both paths if you're just getting into the game, or if you already were into SSA when it came out, and this is just your second version, you can just go straight down that other path and see how it stacks up to what you did originally. There were a few characters, like I said, really hard for me to pick from. Zap might have been the toughest. Ultimately, what I did, I took Series 1 Zap from SSA down Tesla Dragon, which is his primary path. That's going to let me do, Sea Slime Serpent, I think is what it's called for Series 2. I don't know that he's going to have a bad path either. I'm excited to see how it kind of pans out. So, in order to get it done, I should quit yakking and check this out. He begins with Lightning Breath, spit out pure electricity. That's his primary. Secondary is Sea Slime Slide. Slide on a trail of sea slime that enemies will become stuck in. We'll cover his base upgrades with Persephone. This top path again was Tesla Dragon. That's of course Nikolai Tesla. Lightning strikes twice. Lightning Breath bounces off of enemies, objects, and walls. That was one of the big things for me. It kind of reminiscent of like Trigger Happy's bouncing bullets, and I knew how effective and useful that was. Then we have Electric Wave, the wave attack, which I really like. It does increase damage. And then Tesla Storm Lightning Breath attack does even more increased damage. Again, solid numbers would be great, and it would probably sway not only what I do, but what a lot of you do. His Soul Gem, Love for the Sea. I've hit on this a lot here lately. In SSA, water was a big deal. You had to go through it, across it, in it. That's why, like Slam Bam, he can surf faster with his Soul Gem. Not many places in Giants that would even be applicable. Stump Smash regenerates water, regenerates health and water, yada yada. Some of the characters you wouldn't expect can cross water. I'm hoping in Swap Force, like I said, that trailer, the B-roll they sent that I had to voice over, there was a couple of times I said, hey, look at those arrows in the background pointing to water, and I'm hoping that the staff at Vicarious Visions might have kind of said, hey, let's get back to some water action or something. So, that said, if you don't have water, that Soul Gem doesn't mean much. If you do have water, it comes in really handy because he can restore his health. But the Wow Pow, it's called For Riley. While riding a wave, which is your tertiary attack, press B to make a big splash. You need the Wave Rider upgrade. So, let's come in here, go to Persephone, take a look at each of these. Again, you need 11,520 to fully upgrade a Series 2 Skylander. Base upgrades, the Path, Soul Gem, and Wow Pow. Before we do that, note the color of green in the jetpack there. That may change. Anyway, that's his lightning attack right now. You can basically rapid fire 3 of them, and then there's a bit of a lag. His secondary attack right there is the Sea Slime. You can't charge it. It's not automatically charged. No tertiary, of course, to begin with. But I actually remember to showcase primary and secondary out there for you. So, you know what she says, we're going to upgrade, that's why we're here. We begin. First upgrade runs 300 Electro Slime. Shoot sea slimes to electrify them and shock enemies. Bear in mind they already get stuck in them, so it's kind of like a 2-for-1 deal. So pay attention to those because it will change frequently. Next one is Stay a While. Sea Slime, stay electrified for much longer. I've got Jackson Brown's roadie song stuck in my head now. Anyway, that's, I don't know if anyone even knows what I'm talking about, but if you do, you're welcome. I'm sure it's stuck in your head now too. So, cost is 420, and again, they stay electrified for much longer. So, let's showcase that now. Again, just comparing that to what we just had, and they actually outlasted the electrical charge, so that's interesting. Third purchased upgrade is called Megavolt. Lightning Breath attack does increase damage, cost is 540. You can tell that change. It went from like that blue color to that. It's still 3 rapid fire and then a pause. And just so you know, it kind of increases the intensity there, at least it does in my opinion. So, next one, this is his final base upgrade. It's his tertiary attack. Press Z to summon a great wave to wash away enemies. Hold Z to ride the wave. So, we're going to pick that one up. Right here, Series 2 is not a big deal. If you back out, if you click the wrong path, what have you, you can switch it. If this is a new Lander or a Giant or a Series 1 Skylander you might have picked up on sale to use in Giants, make sure you pick the path you really want. If you don't know, by all means back out, or you will be locked into that path and you'll have to reset your character if you don't like it. Not a big deal, but for people like me that work on limited time, it takes a long time to get 11,520 in this game, so keep that one in mind. Granted, the Series 1s you'd need 8520, I suppose, but still, it's time you don't have to spend. So Tesla Dragon, that's what I took with Series 1 Zap. That's what we're going to check out afterwards in Lightning Rod's Heroic Challenge. That means Slime Serpent. It's not sea slime, it's just slime serpent. Further develop your sea slime attacks. That's what we're gonna do. I'm excited about it. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Save it, cutscene. Alright, so what did we buy? Oh yes, the wave. Let's come over here. I'm gonna tap Z. It's really gonna be hard to showcase this in here. It won't be here, so I'll just come over here. That's just tapping Z. Note that it goes to the edge of the screen. And then you can kind of shoot behind it, what have you. If you hold Z, you'll actually go with it, and you go to the edge of the screen. While doing it, you can, press the A button. He moves around. He's pretty quick on the slides anyway. Let's come in here. Yes, we're back. Wonderful. How are you? Alright, first one down, Slime Serpent, is Strength in Numbers. Create more sea slimes. I'm assuming that means we can have more than the one. So let me back out. We're going to do this right. So there's one. Well, let's do it out here. That's right. Yeah, you can just have one trail active, it looks like. Essentially, I mean, you can see it begins fading pretty much the minute that you use that one. So we're going to say one active and then one slowly withering. So this should take care of that. Probably going to be 3 of them we can have active. Again, it's 1020 strength in numbers, create more sea slimes. I don't know that I'll go out there immediately. Okay, yep. Good lord. Yeah, it's 3. There's 1. There's 2. Note that neither one of them is moving. There's 3. You can basically have 3 active. I'm not quite sure if it's, the start of the third one initiates the first one slowly moving, or if it's just the time passes anyway. So. That said, our second one, Charged with Punishment, automatically electrify all sea slimes. If you recall earlier in the cabin with the base upgrades, you'd see me secondary attack, make a little circle, press A, shoot it, and then I mentioned it got more intense with the upgrade. This time, we don't have to do that. They're automatically going to be electrified, and bear in mind the enemies tend to get stuck in these. So this is one less thing we have to do. It's going to be done automatically. So we'll pick that up. Not planning on leaving the cabin this time. So. Way will showcase this instantaneously. You don't have to finish it either. It's just the minute you start, it's electrified. This would come in quite nicely. Then you can shoot it as well, so when it runs out, you can recharge it. That could come in handy for like defensive strategy type based people. Next one, Slime Serpent, is called More Electrode Slime. Enemies take more damage when stuck in electrified sea slime. Cost is 1800. Again, I'd love solid numbers, but what are you going to do? We'll see if this changes the appearance any. Oh yeah, it did. He's got like something funky going on there. He looks really wicked. So does that. This looks really cool. So even if it doesn't do much more damage, it looks awesome. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. Soul Gem. Like I said, without water as a feature point in the game, like it was in SSA, this one kind of loses a little bit of its value. Runs 2400. There are some areas in Giants with water, it's not anything like SSA. Can't really showcase that at all, but we're going to go ahead and upgrade again. Wow Pow for Riley. While riding a wave, which is our tertiary attack, press B to make a big splash. Need the Wave Rider upgrade. Cost is 300. We'll get it. He'll have 1363 left. He gets quite a bit of that. There's, he's got kind of like the Series 2 pose packs going now. Alright, so let's come out here. That's his base attack. You can basically 1, 2, 3 pause, 1, 2, 3 again. Sea Slime's automatically electrified. There's 1 active, 2 active, 3 active, and he looks really cool. Then you can also shoot them. Like I said, you can kind of set up some defenses there. We're gonna now ride the wave, just a standard wave across there. I'm gonna come back this way. I'm gonna shoot a wave at you, shoot it, play around. You can slide behind it, kind of use it to push enemies back, then shock them, get them stuck, and shoot them. Whatever you want to do. Now, the Wow Pow for Riley. We need the tertiary and secondary, so I'm gonna press Z. Okay. I'm doing this as fast as I can, and Z and then B, there is a little bit of a lag time to it, but it's kind of like it really literally was like a big splash. So question now is, what does this do damage wise? And that's what we're going to find out. Again, Lightning Rod's heroic. It's right here at the start. Lots of enemies. They're divided nicely, so that's what we're going to do. And then we'll bust out our Series 1 Zap and see what he does damage wise.
All the enemies in a room, a teleporter will appear.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, what do we want to do here? Let's just A button. 9.
A teleporter has appeared.
There's nothing to write home about there at all. Alright, let's try this. 15. 15.
A teleporter has appeared.
So we can feel pretty good. A is 9, B is 15. He blew himself up. Let's see what this guy does when he gets stuck in that. So it's doing 6 damage to him. How did he get through the wall? He'll pay for that. I want to leave that Drow Archer. Ugh, that auto-locked on him. Okay, I'm going to try this Shadow Knight, see if we can't get the Soul Gem. Well, that killed him, but I think he might have been dead beforehand. 33, and it looked like we got some over here, too.
2 teleporters have appeared.
Let me try to take the wrong one.
A teleporter has
Wow.
appeared.
I think there were, what, 4 or 5 enemies in there? I guess 4, 2 Shadow Knights, 2 of the Golems, and, how are we getting shot at? Anyway. 6s and 8s there. Let's see. 6. Okay, well, I was hoping he would just walk in there, but we killed him anyway. Let's try the break these. I'm gonna Wow Pow this guy. We killed him with the 15 on accident, but I bet it would have been 33 again. Alright, this is a good chance to use the Wow Pow. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty consistent 33 there. So,
1 minute remaining.
let's see if we can kill that guy just with the... I guess I'm going to slide through him. Yeah. Should probably quit messing around and get this done.
A teleporter has appeared.
It's a shame there's not water. I could like test out the, Soul Gem and everything for it.
Teleporters have appeared.
That's not what I wanted to happen. Okay, wrong buttons, and here we go. There we go. That was the Wow Pow finale there, as we used it to kill everyone with 33 there for Riley. 5-4, there we go.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
Alright. Primary 9, secondary trapped enemies seem to take 6 damage. Tertiary looks like 15 when you push them back. Wow Pow 33. So
please take this reward as
not near as powerful as Slam Bam, and in fact not even as powerful as Gilgrunt, which is a bit surprising. That said, he is very quick, pretty unique. I'm still a big fan of the wave ride, so we are going to play another heroic. I'm going to pull Series 2 Zap, and I'm going to put Series 1 Zap on. Series 1 Zap, of course, is Tesla Dragon, so we're going to, obviously doesn't have the Wow Pow either, so we're going to come in here, you know the drill. We'll get some solid numbers. This will hopefully help you pick the path or make a switch to reflect what you feel would be best. Alright, so let's get this thing started. Use some primary attacks. 12.
Teleporter has appeared.
It's one of those things that's a bit disappointing when you know that the other path does 9 and you do 12. But the cool thing, watch this, they bounce. I mean, they ricochet. It's like Trigger Happy's bouncing bullets. Case in point. Trying to set this up. There we go. It was getting in that little cove is why it wasn't actually ricocheting like I wanted it to. Note those don't electrify automatically. When I do charge it, they only do 4s and 6s. We'll say 4, so that's the lower number. Oh wait, let me try our tertiary on these guys.
A teleporter has appeared.
I never once saw a 27. The last time it was always a... That's interesting. Let's try riding it out now. 27. Maybe there's something down Tesla Dragon that upgraded that too. I don't know. But it was 15 last time around. I guess maybe there was something. I'll have to double check that after we take care of this. Okay, I want to get him walking through here. See what it does. Oh, dang it. Okay. Well, that's just, we're gonna kill him. I don't want to run out of time here, so. Oh, I don't know how we killed that guy. Anyway. Yeah, it seems pretty solid, you know. 4s are going to be the damage number I'm going to run with on the charged sea slime. Sometimes 6, 27 on the tertiary, and then 12 on the primary, so that's probably why I mentioned I was such a big fan of the wave. It's definitively his best move when you don't have the Wow Pows.
1 minute teleporters have appeared.
But, you know, the other cool thing was Zap, that makes him pretty quick.
Don't give up.
I wanted to do the Wow Pow there and you don't have it.
The teleporter has appeared.
Got plenty of time. He's a really quick character. We can get all this XP. Alright, let's, there was a 40. That's interesting, 27 and 40. Let's come back over here and see if we can get him. Okay, it was just 27. But, there you go. Pretty good comparison between the two. And, well, it's just up to you to pick. It's still pretty tight, I would say. Neither one of these really blew the other one out of the water. I mean, when your difference between primary and secondary is
That was
9 versus 12 and 4 versus 6, it kind of comes down to personal preference, you know. Because you have to remember, if you did take Tesla Dragon, you could also have the Wow Pow for Riley down that path. Let me come in here and see. Yes, they are. Alright, lightning strikes twice. That's really the biggest deal, is that bounces, and it makes it, since you do just have the 3 that you can shoot off and then the pause, if you miss, these actually can bounce off and then hit something or someone. Electric, yes, so the wave attack does do more damage there. And again, that is a complete joke. Tesla Storm, you're like going from 9 to 12, so, you know, don't feel bad about missing that. Really? You know, I think I might say I prefer Tesla Dragon. The reason for that, you're going to do more damage with your primary attack, you know, 12 versus 9. And then the main thing, instead of doing 15 with your wave attack, you're doing 27. That's a significant increase. That's really not a, that's basically the +3. And then it bounces, and I've already covered the importance there. If you go down Slime Serpent, you can have the more slimes, they electrify automatically, which all you have to do down Tesla Dragon is shoot them, and you get that perk, which you're probably going to be doing anyway. And then the more damage here is only a +2. So up here, your primary is +3, your secondary is -2, and your tertiary is +12. On the bottom path, your primary is -3 at 9 instead of 12. Your tertiary is -12 at 15 instead of 27. And then your secondary attack, when people do get stuck on it, is basically 6 instead of 4, so it's a +2. That would get, I mean, and it's a slight edge. It's mainly, the biggest difference here is the electric wave, and it seems like that should have been down here, in all honesty. The way I would have done it, you maybe would have gone from like a 9 on your primary. If you took Tesla Dragon, maybe make that a 27, and then have the secondary attack here. The biggest perk would be it electrifies automatically, and then the wave attack does more damage. But that's not how it was done. The wave was incorporated with Tesla Dragon, and I don't think you can go wrong with either path. Particularly, I mean, and ultimately with Zap, it comes down to your play style. Do you want to be defensive and kind of back up and, you know, let the enemies come to you and get damaged along the way while you hit them with your long range attacks? Or do you want to be Tesla Dragon and kind of be a more aggressive player? Not a huge difference either way. I've covered the numbers there. The biggest one, again, is the electric wave goes up +12 down Tesla Dragon. Soul Gem's pretty nice. You can use it. Now, that said, this could be a different deal. I just covered with Slam Bam when we took Legendary Slam Bam down Glacier Yeti. I think the second upgrade there, he got a deal where he can ice slide faster. That took his Wow Pow from doing 30 damage to doing 40 and sometimes 60. If you got a +10 or more on 4 Riley, like say, we know our Series 2 we took down Slime Serpent, and that 4 Riley, every time it did a 33. There is a chance that maybe, since this would be charged, it could be at 45 with the +12, or it might be even exponentially more than that. That's something to look into, and it's more reason to take Tesla Dragon, in my opinion. So, again, I can't check it here because, as you can see, this Series 1 doesn't have the Wow Pow, so we won't know unless I switched paths or something. But since we saw it with Slam Bam, there's a good bet that it could be the same way with 4 Riley's Soul Gem, so that's something to keep in mind there. Like I said, though, personally, comes down to play style and your preference. You want to be more strategy based, go ahead and take Slime Serpent. You can kind of set up your slimes, 3 of them, get into a defensive position. They'll charge automatically, you don't have to shoot them, and then they're going to do slightly more, +2 more damage to be exact. It could be a deal where maybe it fires off the damage a little bit quicker. Didn't really get to check that, so maybe if it's instead of 4 versus 6, it's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 6 type deal. That could be a significant factor. But like I said, I mean, really it depends ultimately what you prefer to do in the game in terms of your individual playstyle. I do have to say, though, it would be interesting to see if Tesla Dragon Zap does more than 33 with the Wow Pow for Riley. I think he might, and it might just be that 12, but 45 versus 33. Double that, you're at 90 versus 66, so that's a very significant increase there. Obviously, it's going to be 12-12 each time, so 24, 36, 48 when we take out the 4 enemies. I think if you're on the fence, I would have to say go Tesla Dragon with your Series 2 Zap just for that chance, which probably, based on what I saw with Slam Bam, would happen. But really can't go wrong with either one. His numbers aren't quite what you see with even Gilgrunt, and certainly not what you see with Slam Bam. But nonetheless, he's a pretty cool character, unique. I will say, on the Slime Serpent, he gets a really sinister look to him with that electrical charge automatically. It's kind of like the horns emerge around him in an aura of electricity. That's pretty cool. If you're into like the aesthetic end of things, can't go wrong with Slime Serpent on that regard. But yeah, that is that. That is part 168. Believe it or not, we finally made it. All of our Series 2s are upgraded. All of our new Landers are upgraded, and all of the Giants are upgraded, and that includes the Light Cores, be they new Landers or Series 2 based characters. Kind of a milestone. It took a long time. It took a lot of time to get the money, and then of course just the time to get to record everything. But like I said, my goal is to have all of these live on YouTube before Swap Force. Don't think I'll have trouble unless the power goes out or something crazy, or the internet connection. I don't envision either one happening, but you never know. I'm over 30 minutes, so I want to wrap this up. Definitely thank you for watching. No, this is not the end of Giants. It may not be before Swap Force, but I do have more characters. Like I said, Pumpkin Eyebrawl, a second Sprocket, a second Swarm. Eventually I'll have a second Thumpback. I'm going to take those guys down their other paths for you, see how they stack up in this same methodical, painstaking, overly detailed fashion. Similarly, I do want to get 100% on this one, but it's something I can come back to. It'll kind of be fun and, vintage perhaps after some Swap Force or something. So, for now, I mean, this is technically kind of like a milestone point in the playthrough, but like I said, you haven't seen the last of me doing giant stuff. I've still got some I want to do. Can't rule out, obviously, I'll do Brock's Arena challenges for you. May make a separate playlist for some of this stuff, particularly that, and then maybe even the heroics. I've saved a Warnado, which I realize is coming back now, Light Core, but I have an original Series 1 unopened Warnado. I could take him box stock through all the heroics, something like that. Might do like a Punch Pop Fizz or something. Tons of options. I'll figure it all out as it happens, but definitely for the long haulers have watched all these, I appreciate it. Like I said, not the end. I will be back. Check out the blog for more information on what I'm up to, oneofwisdom.com. Make sure you are subscribed. That is your best bet to stay up with the latest here on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the playthrough, and more importantly, I hope you enjoyed all of the Series 2 upgrades. Like I said, I did it on purpose to make them all go from box stock to fully upgraded for you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Like I said, I've got some cool stuff planned, but I don't want to lose the commentary. I'm going to end this. Thank you again for watching, and I will catch you back eventually for part 169.